So why are you still operating with an LLC? There's something much, much better. It's called a commercial business trust company. And maybe this is the first time you've heard about it, but I'll tell you more about it in just a minute. But let's begin with this LLC industry. You see, back in the 70s, the state lawyers, legislators got together and they came up with this new idea for these LLCs. And that's been their mainstay for the last 50 years. You have all these requirements: registration, resident agent, annual filings, fees, and in some states, these franchise taxes. And so what it's really turned out to be is a multi-billion-dollar gravy train, or barbecue sauce, if you will, for the entire legal communities and these secretaries of state. And they feel entitled at this point that they have control over you with these business organizations because you need permission from them. See, that's the whole trick. But what really has got business owners really ticked off is that all their business information is listed online. So any busybody with a keyboard and internet connection can look your stuff up. You see, your money is nobody's damn business except yours. Now, a few states have said, well, okay, we'll throw the dog a bone. So they said, well, we're going to take your shareholders or stockholders and keep those private. Nobody can find those. But you see, all the big information is still listed online. The name of the business organization, the dates, the resident agent, manager, officers, and so on. And of course, the state sells all their business information to data brokers. So maybe they're thinking that if they keep us busy enough with all this paperwork and all these invoices, that we'll also forget about the risk of business identity theft. And now we've got this Corporate Transparency Act laid on top of it from the feds. It just doesn't seem to stop. Okay, now I need to share something with you, and that is that there's a lot of nice people that work in the legal industry, the lawyers in the Secretary of State's office and so on, and these are people, they're regular people going to church, got kids in school and a grocery store and stuff like that. But see, you're not dealing with people, you're dealing with institutions. And these institutions need to have control over you and have budgets in order to justify their existence. You see, why would they tell you that they don't need you? That would be financial suicide. So I don't know about you, but I need another sandbox to play in because I've had just about enough. And I know a lot of you have had too. So that's why we're going to use these commercial business trusts. You see, back when the LLCs came into existence back in the 70s, the legal community got rid of commercial trust from law school. You see, they completely dropped the ball. Now, they do know about personal trust a little bit. Those are what you call living trust, but they virtually know nothing about these commercial trusts. They've had them in the UK. They still study them overseas and so on, but not so much in the United States. Okay, so here's the point, and that is if you set them up correctly, you can completely forget about, you can ditch all of that Secretary of State registration, all those obligations, and you can also get rid of the Corporate Transparency Act. You still get asset protection, you still get limited liability, and you still got income tax options. But you can tell the feds and the state to shove it. That's really what this is all about. Just imagine having all those benefits, operating a business, and having it unlisted online. That's what you can get. Go check it out. My name is James. People ask, well, who are you? My background is in securities, aviation, and real estate for decades. I've done all the corporations, and I've done all the LLCs, and then I realized, part of my pilot training is, you're trying to think ahead of the plane. It's proactive is the approach that we have. And so LLCs and corporations are reactive. That's what they give you. And then they tell you how high to jump and what to do. But see, these trusts are a completely different animal. And so proactively, you can use them. You can design them to do different things. And that's exactly what I've done. So what I'm talking about here specifically in a business context, of course, are the business trusts. So if you'd like to know more about them, then this is what you need to do. Go sign up on our website for the comparison chart between the LLCs and the business trust. You'll instantly see the advantages of operating a business trust company. And I'd also invite you to watch another video that I did all about the Secretary of State. It's called The Big Scam. You'll love it. All right, we'll see you another time.